Yet another video session from your copywriting host, copywriting friend, Ron C. And in today's session, I'm going to talk about one of the most important issues faced by almost every copywriter. Okay, I think, and that is writing headlines. When you were writing, when you were working as copywriter, and I would go, I will say that this actually uh, applies to even content writers, journalists, and any other form of writer. Uh, Writing headlines are actually very, very important if you because that is the first thing that your reader uh, reads, and he decides whether he wants to read the rest of the article or rest of the copy based on the headlines. So this is very important for any form of writer. Even Mr. David Ogilvy said, one of the most legendary copywriters of his time and of all time, he said that 8 out of 10 people read headlines. So I think uh, that's how important writing effective and engaging headlines are. Having said that, how do we write effective and engaging headlines? That's the question. Now, I'm a student of Michael Masterson's white course, and they teach this four criteria that you need to keep in mind when you are writing a headline, and that is your headline must be unique, your headline must be ultra specific, it must be useful, and it must be uh, urgent. I think this is a these four criteria are actually very important. I mean, very important to stick to when you were writing, when you were starting out. And I have definitely benefited from this when I was starting out. But along the way that I've been working as a copywriter for the last 10 years, and along the way I found that you know. Having four criteria or having a checklist is important, but it can definitely become tiresome because sometimes, we are, look, let's face this, copywriting is a creative art, and if you are trying to bind that art within four poles or pegs, it's going to be definitely hard for you. So okay, keeping those four pointers in mind, or judging each and every headline with those four pointers might work, and it should do it at times. But I will try to make things simpler here, and I will actually give you two pointers, or two things, or I would say two criteria rather, so you can get your headline to conform to, and I believe that that will make your headline a lot better. And what are they? I believe that any headline, any headline needs to have these two aspects, two characteristics, and one is, number one, it should tell your reader what is the copy or article about. It should give it should tell your reader why is it relevant for him to read the article, and why, what the article or what the body copy is about. He should get an idea of that, how he would benefit by reading your body copy, or by reading your article. He should get an idea of that. And secondly, number two, why he should read this article, why. So the first one was, what what is what is the article about, what is the copy about, and second, why he should read it. So what and why, if you can answer these two things in your copies, or in your headlines, then I believe that your headlines, the quality of your headlines will actually increase, be greatly improved. Let's say, take an example like how this 19-year-old uh, earns $1,000 per month just by sending emails. So you can see that in this headline, two things are happening. How this 19-year-old, if you're suppose you are 30-year-old, and you are reading this headline, you will think that this 19-year-old can do it, then I can definitely do it. So this is one thing, and this is unique too. And this you are saying that this must be very easy, right? Because a 19-year-old is doing it, and just by sending emails, it's very unique. I mean, earning $1,000 sometimes can be very hard, and think about it. And when I say earning $1,000, it's actually saying, it's talking about a benefit, talking about, I mean, telling the person, telling the reader why it is relevant to him, right? So this headline is actually hitting those 2 points. uh, let's talk about another headline. um, Discover the latest way to melt away cancer with just fingertips. So you can see why this headline is good. I think this headline, some I mean some this headline was used in a very popular website. I don't remember the name, but this was actually used, and this is a very popular headline. So why is this popular? Because you see, discover the latest way. Latest, that means it's very unique or new, fresh, novel, and just by using your fingertips, is that even possible? Unique, and also melt away your cancer or tumors. Why? I mean, this is a benefit. Why would the reader read your body? I mean, read your copy, or read your article? Because it tells him of that benefit, or it tells him that this article is relevant to him if he is suffering from that, or if he wants to know more about this particular thing, or one of his relatives or friends is suffering from that. This is, you see, each and every good headline actually does this two things. It actually invokes your curiosity, and it also promises something. So this is something you need to keep in mind when you're writing headlines. It needs to invoke the curiosity, like it needs to uh, provoke the reader to read on. He must he must think that I must read this article. It seems interesting. Interesting and important. These two words are very important for any reader, and journalists actually know this, because each and every time they write a headline, each and every time they write an article, they actually try to do this thing. They are trying to write a story that people care about, right? And people care about things that are interesting or important. So I think if you stick to these two as two criteria rather than those four, uh, you need to answer one, uh, why, I mean, what is this all about, what is the article about, and why is it relevant to the reader, and what is the benefit or is the promise that you make in the headline. And number two, why is it unique, why is it interesting, why is it different from the others that he had read so far. So if you can answer these two things in your headline, I think the quality of your headline actually be greatly enhanced. uh, that's what I have learned in all these years, and that's it for today. If you want to learn more tips like this, get advice like this, so you can obviously join the copywriting letters. This is a series of letters that I write in my blog, and you can find them at letters.copywriting.com. Letters.copywriting, copywriting.com. Right, you will find the address in the description below. And that's it for today. I think this video will be of great help to my fellow copywriters or other writers too. So thank you.